Let's have a look at SalesNOW on the Android device. The application can be downloaded from the Android Marketplace, or a link to download SalesNOW on their Android can be sent from within your SalesNOW account on the web. So to begin with, there are the contacts, companies, leads, deals, cases, and if you scroll over, you've got meetings, calls, tasks, emails, and your options. Any of the information that you enter into SalesNOW on your Android device is going to synchronize with your SalesNOW web account. All the data is being backed up, so you never have to worry about losing your data. It's all centralized and, of course, accessible anytime, anywhere. So we're going to take a look at contacts within SalesNOW on the Android device. And as you can see from this view, you can see your contacts. You can scroll down to be able to access additional contacts. The contacts show the association between the contact and the company record. And when you select the menu option, it allows you to create a new contact. You can sort the contacts by various criteria. You've got the ability to search by various criteria, keyword as an example. Now we'll go into Amy Johnson's contact record, and you can see the related information that can be captured, such as the general address, phone number, and so forth. You can even see the history of interaction that's taken place with your contact really easily. Any leads, deals, activity, and even the custom fields that your SalesNOW administrator might have created. So let's have a look at the various options. I'll choose the menu so I can schedule a call if I'd like with Amy. I'm going to do that. So this call record, as you can see, will get associated with Amy's contact and company record. I can even choose an existing deal, lead, or case to associate that with. I can choose when that call begins and ends. I can choose the type of call. So these can be all predetermined by your SalesNOW administrator. The priority, we'll say this is a high priority call. We can add public notes or confidential notes. We can add additional attendees if we wanted to. Let's just save that. So now we've got that next call scheduled. Any activity that you schedule within SalesNOW on your Android device will synchronize with your Android calendar, obviously with all of the related SalesNOW records that you've associated that activity with. It will show up in SalesNOW on the web, and if your Android device is in sync with your desktop email and calendar, those activities will also show up there. Let's pretend now that we've made a call to Amy, and now we want to log that call. So there's two ways. Again, you can have it automated, but now I'll show you a way that you can even manually log that call. So you select the menu, More, New Call Log, and you can see this call log will associate with the contact, the company, the lead, dealer, case, if those are applicable at this point. And then you can also choose whatever type of call that was, the priority, any notes, and maybe we'll just say, you know, that the call went well. Now we'll save that. And so now that I've saved that call log, then that data is now synchronized in real time to management at the office, where they can see in an activity report all the activity I've been making, all the activity I've been logging. We're going to have a look at the company record within SalesNOW on the Android device. So the company record, what kind of information does that allow you to track? So number one, there are different ways to sort that data. I'm going to select the menu. You can sort companies by name or city or contract expiry if that applies to your business. The other thing that you can do when you select the menu is search by a keyword. Let's go into a company record and have a look at the layout. So from within a company record, you're able to capture the company name, the address, the type, and even add all the contacts that are associated with that company. So you could have unlimited numbers of contacts with a company record. And then all of the interaction from the leads to any activity rolls up nicely to that one company record. So that historic interaction that's taken place is easily viewed by scrolling down and selecting any of the related deals or emails. And you also have access to any custom fields if they're created. Now we're going to have a look at the lead module within SalesNOW on the Android. The lead record area can be used in one of two ways. Number one, at the discretion of the sales rep, if they qualify an opportunity, maybe it's very preliminary, a lead record can be created. And number two, the lead records area is a great way to house and follow up with any leads from a campaign. So let's say your marketing department wants to import leads using our import template. They can do so, and those leads get dispersed to the appropriate reps. All the follow-up calls can be established. Even notifications can appear on those recipients' mobile devices that they've received those leads, and they can follow up with them. So the lead record area is just a great way to store business potential. How we consider a lead is prospective business associated with a contact and company. So let's look at a lead. So we'll pretend we're looking at a lead that we've been working on. So we created this lead with Dion once we qualified him, and the next thing that we want to do is once a lead is created, you schedule that next appointment. This allows you as a sales rep to keep momentum as you're working on these opportunities. So here I'm going to schedule the next meeting. Perhaps Dion has said, I'd like to meet at such and such a time. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule that meeting, and you'll see that meeting record associates with Dion's contact, company, and lead record. We can choose the location, the time that that activity is to take place, the type, and so forth. Public calendar notes, by the way, this will be something that any attendees will see, so maybe you're feeling generous. I will buy lunch. And then confidential notes, maybe you want to mention a reminder to yourself, bring samples. Now I'm going to go ahead and save that next step. So now I have the ability to log that meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and log that meeting. And in that meeting, it was established that they're very interested in our product and service offerings. Now we can take that lead and convert it to a deal at the appropriate time. So we're going to convert that lead to a deal, and a lot of our customers in their sales process will convert a lead to a deal when more qualification has taken place and there's really a chance to move forward here. So now I'm going to convert it. And then once that lead is converted, really all that information that was in the lead record converts over to the deal, and the deal record allows you to capture additional information such as your predefined stages. Those will show up in your sales funnel dashboards and Excel-based reports. You've also got the ability to select your probability. That's going to, of course, show up in your sales reports. And you can choose an anticipated close date or close date. That will show up in your sales forecast dashboards and Excel-based reports. So now we'll go ahead and save that. And obviously, you'd have access to any of the custom fields that have been created in the deal record. Now, why don't we do this? We will take the next step. So with Dwayne here, we might want to create a task now. So we'll go ahead and create a new task. Maybe we've qualified this opportunity to some degree, enough to see that there's interest in pricing of our service and product offerings. So I'm going to create a task. We can choose when that begins, when it ends. By creating that task from the deal, it automatically associates with the contact, with the company, and that deal record. We can choose the priority. We're going to say this is high priority. We want to get this job done. And any notes, and now we'll save that. And like any activity, this task is going to show up against all the related records within SalesNOW. It's going to show up in my Android calendar. It's going to show up in my SalesNOW environment on the web. And if my Android is in sync with my desktop email and calendar, of course it will show there as well. Now, let's have a look at cases within SalesNOW on the Android. The cases record area allows you to manage service requests, work tickets, customer service issues. It's a great way to manage your customer service issues after the sale and to see those issues get quickly resolved. And when case records are created, they automatically generate a case number. Cases can, of course, be sorted in various ways, such as subject, by type, etc. You can, of course, do a search by keyword. Let's have a look at a case record. So we'll go into this medical one case. Within the case record, you can see the owner of that record, the subject, the associated contact and company. As well, you've got the ability to see the status. You can schedule the next appointment, whether call or meeting, and that allows you to continue to move things forward to see this resolve quickly. You have the ability to also add additional contacts and companies that might be associated with this case, and also any of the historic or planned activity can be accessed, any of the associated emails, and any custom fields that your administrator might create. Ultimately, you're able to be more productive, and then in real time, all that data that you've been entering into your Android device is syncing with SalesNOW on the web. Management can see in real time all the activities you've been generating, any of the call logs, meetings, tasks, any of the opportunities such as deals, what stages they're at, and so forth. So it's a very powerful tool to help you hopefully make more money.